So I'm from the accountancy firm Hilton Sharp and Clark. We're a Sussex-based accountancy practice with offices in Brighton, Billingshurst and Haywards Heath, where I work. So as Simon said, a couple of years ago, a firm of accountants probably wouldn't be anywhere near an event titled Digital and New. But our industry, the industry I work in, accountancy, is going through some of the... Oh, let me just change that. Going through some of the biggest changes it's ever seen, and that's all to do with this concept of cloud accounting. So to start off with, I thought I'd just give you a quick definition of actually what cloud accounting actually is. And you know, it is probably, as you think, really, it's just a different way of storing your accounting data. So historically, you would have probably saved your accounting data on your local computer, whether that be a spreadsheet, an accounting package, but that would be very much stored on your local computer or your local servers. So cloud accounting, as almost a dictionary definition, would be actually just storing your accounting data in the cloud, as everybody's doing with photographs, documents, and everything like that. So it's very much, obviously, a change globally as opposed to just within the accounting industry. So a couple of the other sort of key differences, really, I've highlighted here. So the way that you can share data with other people. So if you obviously have multiple people in your organisation who would want access to your data, you can simply invite them in. So the cloud accounting is very much accessed via any web-enabled device. So it's... Let me just move on. There we go. So as long as you've got access to the internet, you'll be able to access your data. Contrast that with sort of historic, local-based saved data, whereby you would have to send a backup, send an email across, USB, even older than that, a CD. In some cases, we still have clients that send us CD-ROMs with their data on. So another big difference and another benefit really is dual working. So as I mentioned, if you've got two people that are working on the same software, you can both work on live data at the same time. Say, contrast that with something that's saved on a local computer. You have to ask yourself, are you working on the most up-to-date version of that particular bit of software? Cost, again, is another key difference here, really. The price model for cloud accounting is very much a monthly subscription, whereas historic data, you normally have an upfront purchase cost. I was speaking to a client a couple of weeks ago, and they had an annual subscription through from their locally based software, which was £1,000 plus. They've now switched across to cloud accounting at £5 a month, so it's a big price difference there, and they're getting exactly the same level of sort of service and output from their product. The other difference is updates. Because the cloud accounting is updated sort of in the cloud, you're always working on the most up-to-date data, whereas obviously with historic data, you have to download updates and install them. So I thought I'd just mention some of the main players in the cloud accounting market. I'm sure some of you would have heard of Xero, Cashflow, QuickBooks, FreeAgent, and Sage 1. All of them have big marketing campaigns on at the moment, big heavy discounts when you sign up. So these are probably some of the main players in the cloud accounting market, but as I say, there are many more out there than just the ones on the screen here. Each product's slightly different, so the one that would be right for your business would very much depend upon a number of factors, a number of transactions, your own internal processes, but chances are one of these will probably work for what you are looking for. So next, on the screen here is a flyer for today's event. So what I was going to talk to you about really is why people are attending and how cloud accounting can help with efficiency, profitability, and reaching new customers. The reaching new customers one is not something that cloud accounting will directly be able to help you to do, but if it can free up some of your time from doing administration tasks, you'll be able to possibly do some of the things that some of the other speakers are going to talk to you about today. So firstly, let's have a look at efficiency. So it can help you increase efficiency by automation. So if you can cut down the number of hours each week, each month, you have to spend doing manual sort of back office data entry, it's going to free up your time to do other things to help you grow your business. So some of the key features of cloud accounting are on the screen here. So direct bank feeds. So historically, people would possibly input their transactions into a spreadsheet, into a product, and have to explain what they are. Bank feeds mean that the cloud accounting software talks directly to your bank account, and the transactions automatically are inputted into your software. So again, freeing up the number of hours that you have to spend each month, each year, actually reproducing that for those figures to prepare your accounts. quite an interesting one that a lot of clients we're working with at the minute is automatically scanning incoming invoices and bills. So this is when you receive an invoice from a supplier. Historically, somebody would have to key that into your product, explain what it related to, and again, that's another bit of admin that would need to be done. There are products on the market at the moment which very much you can just simply take a photo of that invoice, you can email it to a generic email address, and then that invoice, the software will read the key information, so the supplier, the date, the tax, the net, the gross, and that will automatically pull into your cloud accounting software. So again, it's giving you more time to do other things. Get paid faster. This is a key one, and this is what you'll find a lot of the companies are using as their marketing slogans. But it's very much you can set your cloud accounting software to automatically send statements out. So if somebody hasn't paid you on time, hasn't paid you by the due date, the following day you can send a statement out. The number of people I speak to these days that say they don't pay on invoice, they pay on statement. You get that statement out quicker, you will help improve your cash flow, because in theory they'll be able to pay on receipt of that statement. The other key one is out-of-pocket expenses, which Simon briefly sort of touched upon a moment ago. So this is when, obviously, if you're buying a train ticket, something like that, you often, at the end of the month, have a wallet full of receipts that you need to somehow sort and input those into your software. All of these products that I mentioned previously have apps related to them. Take a photograph, explain what it related to, so train fare to London, how you paid for it from your business bank account out of your own cash, and then that gets recorded in your cloud accounting software, and you can bin the receipt. So no more sort of paper receipts as you had to do before. So these here are very much generic automations which will probably work in any sort of business. What I find is really exciting about cloud accounting is the add-ons which you can use alongside a lot of your products. So there's just a couple here that I thought I'd mention. So Vend is very much a point of sale system. So if you are, for example, as Simon mentioned, running a butcher's, you can program your orders, your order book, or your products into the system. You can use that as your point of sale system, and then the Vend will automatically talk to your cloud accounting software of choice. So again, it reduces the number of man hours you need to reproduce that software. Workflow Max is any business that works on a time-based billing model. So accountants, for example, architects, people in the media sector that price per hour. That works very well for that. And these bottom two here work very well for e-commerce. So if you've got a web shop, you can set that up in the background to talk to one another. The next point I was going to talk to you about is how cloud accounting can really help you make profitability, improve profitability, sorry. And that's all about giving the business owner, the decision maker in the business, better financial visibility. And I think this is what's really powerful about cloud accounting, because you can be wherever you are on your, as you can see here, on your mobile, your tablet, your laptop. You have access to your financial data. Contrast that to businesses possibly 2-3 years ago. You didn't really get the information you needed from your finances until 6 months, 9 months after the end of the year, when your accountant gave you your accounts. It's really powerful that you can almost have that information up to date in your pocket to allow you to make those key business decisions. So people can, when's the right time to take on a new member of staff? When's the right time to invest in this bit of equipment? Historically, business owners used to just go on their gut instinct. Yep, 9 times out of 10 they were probably right, but how about being able to see actually how your business is performing, whether or not you can actually afford to do it at that point in time. Just to finish off, I just thought I'd give you a quick update. I don't know if any of you have heard of Making Tax Digital. This is the latest consultation from HMRC. So what they are looking to do is make HMRC one of the most digitally advanced tax administrations in the world. This was a consultation released in December 15, and the initial consultation is closing at the start of November. But in theory, what they're looking to achieve is to do away with annual tax returns and for taxpayers to send quarterly updates to HMRC using accountancy software and apps, which is very much sort of what we've been talking about here today. This is due to start in April 2018, quite an ambitious timescale. But historically, they seem to roll these things out and then fix the problems after they've been implemented. And very interestingly, HMRC won't be providing any free software. They are going to be reliant upon some of the products that we discussed earlier on, being able to actually deliver this information to HMRC. So a lot of people in the industry are almost thinking this is almost going to be the death of the spreadsheet, and people are going to be forced onto using these particular bits of software, even if they don't necessarily want to do so. Right, that's everything from me. So thank you ever so much for listening. And if you've got any questions, we've got a stand over there. Thank you very much.